If you had any reservations or doubts regarding moving abroad and you wondered whether or not you would have community, whether or not people will embrace you and be kind to you, hopefully by the end of this video, you will have confirmation that you can believe in the kindness of strangers, especially if you leave the United States. Onija Andrew Robinson is an American woman who traveled to Karachi, Pakistan to meet who she thought was her husband, Nidal Ahmed Memon. So apparently Nidal and Onija were having some sort of online relationship, and they even performed a Nikah, which is a Islamic marriage ceremony, virtually doing it online. So the next step would be for Onija to travel to Karachi, which she did. So she traveled to Karachi, Pakistan to meet who she thought was her husband. He was shocked when he met her because Onija was using a filter that portrayed her as a white blonde woman. So he was just shocked that she wasn't who he was speaking to for whatever duration they were speaking. But after the initial shock wore off, he said, well, she's an American woman. She could give me a green card and I will have the opportunity to travel to the United States. Nidal's family, specifically his mother, forbade that and prohibited the marriage, perhaps having to do with colorism, this is a black woman, and societal norms, that it would not be ideal that he, her 18-year-old son, marry this woman. And there's a large age gap also, Onija being 33-year-old and Nidal being 18 years old. So the mother prohibiting this marriage locked her door, took her son and left, just left the scene. Onija, having nowhere to go, resolved to sleeping outside the apartment complex of Nidal's home. For days on end, she was just sleeping outside. So neighbors and onlookers are seeing this strange American woman sleeping outside without any accommodations. So because of the confusion, the neighbors notified either the police or the humanitarian community to come and see this woman. So the police arrived, hearing about this American woman that's refusing to leave. The police come and the media comes because this is unusual. So the media arrives and Onija starts holding press conferences, essentially saying she refuses to leave without her husband, and unless the Pakistani government gives her land, $5,000 or sometimes $10,000 or $100,000. The amounts vary depending on the interview. There's no consistent amount. The police department and the humanitarian realized that perhaps there's some mental disorder going on. While this is happening, apparently Onija's family in the United States catches wind of it, and the son calls somebody in Pakistan and relays that his mother has some mental health issues. So the humanitarian, who's also a social worker, intervenes and says, okay, in a press conference, we're going to take care of Onija, we're going to give her provisions, we're going to give her housing, we will take care of her, we'll extend her visa.
Social worker Ramzan Chipa. Walaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good. I got a
Please come on, please. ये हमारी अमेरिकन सिस्टर जो है, ये पिछले 2 दिनों से कराची की सड़कों के ऊपर जो है वो दर बदर बेचारी घूम रही थी, परेशान हो रही थी। तो अभी टीपू मौजूद थी, तो मैं टीपू सुल्तान थाने से और छिपा फाउंडेशन के रजाकार, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम एट छिपा हेडक्वार्टर, एंड इंशाल्लाह वी विल ट्राई आवर लेवल बेस्ट to serve you as much as we can, inshallah ta'ala. And your Chipa brother is with you.
Thank you.
So the humanitarian places Onija in what's sort of like a hotel or perhaps a hospital of some sort. He provides accommodations for her. And Onija, despite being abrasive, this humanitarian took it upon himself to continually take care of her, check up on her, even in scenes where you see her having press conferences being quite abrasive and difficult.
By this week, okay, in my pockets, in cash. Okay, that's a demand to the government.
ये हमारी अमेरिकन सिस्टर जो है, my dear American sister.
Listen, I'm from Pakistan. Respect to the law. Okay. Respect for the law, respect to Allah, and respect to God. Make sure y'all get this on your camera. I'm married to Nidal Ahmed. I'm Onija Ahmed. We are moving to Dubai very soon. We're going to have our baby in Dubai. Okay. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Thank you.
Why are you demanding 1,000K to government? In which context?
100K for real estate.
So where are you going right now?
Right now, I'm going to Mama. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Clear the way.
Okay.
To her aid to essentially chaperone her around. While this is happening, apparently the Pakistani men in the community also find interest in this woman and are making marriage proposals to her, saying that they are willing to marry her and perhaps have the opportunity to go to the United States. What's remarkable about this story is here you have a Black American woman who seems unwell. Yet, but you see the rally of the community coming to her aid to provide assistance, to provide food, to provide shelter, to provide healthcare for her. That is the remarkableness of this story, that she was not ignored, despite her abrasiveness, despite that some people make it out to be funny. What is truly interesting is that the community, the country came to support this woman, despite how strange and outlandish her behavior was.
Dubai to New York. Do you hear me?
दुबई से
यहाँ से डायरेक्ट शो फ्लाइट है ही नहीं ना, वो कहीं के लिए दुबई में
Are you stupid? Yes. Take it. Show me it first.
The free healthcare in Pakistan afforded her an opportunity to receive services that perhaps she would not be able to receive in the United States. And there was no question of with your insurance card, or you're not a Pakistani, so you can't receive health insurance, or you don't have money, we're not going to take care of you, tough luck, we're not going to help you. This woman was rendered homeless, and aid and housing and food and clothing was provided to her.
And 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm getting my Pakistani passport and Pakistani ID.
You have Pakistani ID?
I'm getting it. Do y'all agree?
Nidal Ahmed Memon, your friend?
Mind your business. What? Talk.
Tell me, you have a Pakistani passport?
I'm getting one. Do you have one?
I have Pakistani passport.
Oh, you do?
Why are you?
Okay, good. Listen,
What are you doing here?
I don't live here. I'm chilling.
You chilling here? Why are you not taking your flight?
It's none of your business. Now go home. Here. Take it.
What are you doing here?
Take it.
Not your place.
The community's response contrasted sharply with what might have happened in the US, where she would have been left to her own devices, where systems would not have rallied to support her. And this is especially interesting because Onija reached out to the US Embassy. The social workers reached out to the US Embassy as well. I believe also they purchased a flight for her to return to the US, which Onija refused. And the airline has a policy where a person who refuses to get on a flight, they can't force her to get on a flight. So with her refusal and then purchasing a ticket for her to return to the US, they decided, okay, well, she refuses to go back. They still took care of her. Now, when she refused to get on the aircraft, the airline called the US Embassy, who never intervened to help her. The US Embassy, and this is a US citizen, to this day, it's confirmed that they have not even called back to see about Onija.
Rubio, the Secretary of State, United States. I want to say something about American women in Pakistan. The US ambassador in Pakistan, he was supposed to help her. And looks like he never offered any help. This American woman, even she mentioned that when they asked, she said, yeah, American official did contact her, but they don't like me. She had to stay at the airport for many days, like homeless. And I think American officials from US Embassy in Pakistan, consulate in Karachi, they just walk away without helping her. This woman has mental disability. And anybody who has mental disability is like a minor, a kid who can't think, can't tell the difference between right and wrong. People are making fun of her. It's not a joke. It's not nice. All I want you to do, please, it should be investigated why U.S. Embassy official in Pakistan they never offered any help to this American woman. It doesn't matter she's black, she's Muslim, or she's white, or Latino. US ambassador in Pakistan was supposed to offer his help to this American woman. Thank you very much.
So if you had any idea that because you have a US passport, that the US government will send in a helicopter to come and rescue you or take care of you or make sure that you are escorted back to the United States, well, this hopefully burst your bubble. The concierge service of the U.S. Embassy in no matter what country will not come and render aid to a U.S. citizen, and hopefully you see this in this story. The people who came to aid her are the Pakistani people. Pakistani health services, the Pakistani humanitarian, the Pakistani crew, the airline crew, the police department, the community. You also see images of Onija taking pictures with the female police officers, as well as getting her hair done and getting her eyebrows threaded. It's truly remarkable the way they rallied around this woman and embraced her. As for the U.S. Embassy, what I did research is the U.S. ambassador to Pakistan, Donald Bloom, who was appointed by the Biden administration. His term was up as of January 10th, 2025. But there has been no word back from the U.S. Embassy to Pakistan to help this woman. So Onija's story exposed a side of Pakistan that is rarely portrayed in the media and documentaries, the humanitarian, the hospitality side of the Pakistani culture. This incident also highlights the stark differences in healthcare and social support systems between Pakistan and US. While Onija's actions are not endorsed, this video is not to endorse her conduct or her actions. What I will endorse is moving abroad or becoming a medical tourist. And hopefully you see the kindness you can receive just by leaving the US borders. You see the kindness that is interwebbed in the social systems, that you won't be left to your devices. Someone will come to aid you. So if you're on the fence regarding moving abroad, I do have a Move Abroad course. You have the opportunity to either work with me through the course, where we walk through the steps that you need to be considering if you're deciding about moving abroad. We walk through the visa process. We walk through healthcare in the US, especially if you are a Medicare or Medicaid recipient. And then we go about the different aspects of moving abroad in terms of housing, what to do with your stuff in the US, how to secure housing in your new country, how to enroll your children in an international school, how to settle there successfully so that you can go on enjoying your life. I also have a program to help Americans who are lacking in health insurance. There's been so many changes regarding Medicare and Medicaid, and so this leaves many Americans that will be underinsured even though they're recipients of Medicare and Medicaid. So if you're one of the many Americans that lack health insurance, or the health insurance is inadequate with giving you what you need for a healthy life, then I invite you to come to Colombia in the next few weeks to get access to healthcare at a fraction of what it would cost you in the United States. Not only do you have access to healthcare, you get access to competent, innovative, compassionate doctors that you have been deprived of receiving in the United States. Just look at Onija's story. Look at how the humanitarian, the social system, the healthcare system came in to help her and render aid during a moment of crisis for her. She was not left to her own devices. Sorry, my phone is ringing. So if you're interested in moving abroad and you have questions regarding moving abroad, or if you have concerns regarding healthcare, or if you're looking at this and you're concerned about your parents and their health care and their failing health in the United States, then to begin to thinking about becoming a medical tourist or moving abroad. The link for both programs will be in the description box. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know, has this dismantled your beliefs regarding Pakistan? Because this surely puts Pakistan on the map. Pakistani people know this. Middle Eastern people know how Pakistan is regarded as such a hospitable culture. But American, the powers that be, the agenda, has fed a narrative that Pakistan and the United States are not allies. But here you see the Pakistani people taking care of an American citizen, and America, the government, is nowhere to be found. So this has certainly been played out on the world stage to dismantle the narrative that America continues to create, that certain countries are not in alignment with America. No, certain countries are not in alignment with American values and their agenda. And we see that played out in this story. As of today, I have confirmation that Onija is still currently in Pakistan being taken care of. I will update you as this story unfolds. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.